Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? What's happening here? Hello, can you hear now? Okay, good. All right, hi guys. Thanks for coming. We're just getting started. If you can hear, just type that you can hear me. Yeah, just type so we know. Okay, amazing. Good. Okay, guys, good. So I think the first thing we probably want to do is to just go to the job and just take it from there. Job mark. Yep. So the first thing I will talk about is to let's share screen. And I think it's best if I share the entire screen. If you can see my screen, just let me know on the chat box. I think you should be able to see my screen now. So the first place we would stop at is just to talk about my job mark and the job that we have. We have a number of roles in the company. So this is our clothing company, isn't it? And essentially what we do in the clothing company is we make sure that we are into the business of really we bring in clothes that are grade A from the UK. So I live in the UK, and then we have a team in Nigeria. So we bring in clothes and shoes. I'm going to show you guys a couple of shoes and merchandise that we have. So I'm just going to take a big box of shoes so that you know, I speak what I say and I say what I speak. So that it's not like I brought you people to live to waste your time. So that's a big box of shoe there. Yeah. So we are into shoes, grade A shoes from the UK. So I think, let me stop sharing because it's causing. So we are into grade A shoes from the UK. You can see them, very solid shoes. Yeah, these are new shoes, grade A. I import them from the UK here in London and I send them to Nigeria. Designers, exquisite. So these are the things that you'll be marketing for us, you know, in our Kaduna shop. So if you are successful for this role, these are the things you'll be marketing for us. So this is, you know, what our business is about. Various sizes, you know, grade A shoes. That's what we are on to, grade A shoes. You can see them. I have so many of them. These ones are with me in London, but we have a lot, like over 200 pairs that have arrived in Nigeria. So grade A shoes. So we are looking for someone that can sell shoes and clothes. Yeah. So that's really basically, I'll explain the company, I'll explain other structures that we have. We have accommodation for you. That's not a problem. I'm going to show you where your accommodation will be, where you will be living. Yeah, and I may show you our other investments. So these are all very affordable, because I source for the products that are most affordable, you know, to give Nigerians the opportunity to enjoy, you know, all of these good products like everybody else. So I'm looking for someone that can not just only sell in a physical store. You should be able to do online marketing. So please do ask your questions. So I'm looking for people that can sell on TikTok, sell on Instagram, sell on Facebook. Yeah. So this is what we're looking for. Sell for people across Nigeria. I'm looking for someone that has high professionalism. Remember, I asked my staff to send to all of you on WhatsApp our training so that you understand what our company is about. Professionalism, ethics, and everything. So I send that. So all shoes. So the merchandise is there. We have plenty of them. Clothes, we have sent more than 5 bills on their way. Merchandise, various sizes, you get. So we mean business when we say we want to do business. So it's not that we are talking as if we are not. So merchandise, various sizes. So I'm looking for someone that, you know, take themselves serious. Like I said, we need someone that can sell online. So we need people that also can run TikTok shops. We need also people that can do outdoor selling. So you go to universities and all of these buildings, you know, you sell this good merchandise. You can see them, very solid products you get. UK standard is not any, very solid. These are new ones, grade A. So, and very affordable. Yeah. So products are available, and then you have so much of them in Nigeria. So then it choke. So it choke. So shoes everywhere. Now there's the clothes part. Like I said to you guys, that's already on its way. So I'm going to show you people. Accommodation is not a problem. You have accommodation by us, comfortable in Kaduna metropolis. So we have accommodation for you. So you don't have anything to worry about as long as you deliver. So if you are successful in this role, it's really something that you enjoy. And so shoes is not an issue. So see shoes, it choke. It's choke. Fine. So with that said, what are we looking for? Just like any job, we expect essential skills, that people. So any questions about product while I'm still here? Does anyone has any question about product? Any questions about product? Any questions about products? So those are the products we have. We have clothes as well. So I'm going to share my screen and see whether I can show you our clothing. We are into clothes. Let me just pull. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm just trying to pull stuff up. I'll be with you. Aha. So I found it. Just give me a second. Okay. Sorry guys. I just was pulling up stuff for you guys. Just so you know, I like seeing is believing. So I'm just going to share my screen quickly. So if we go to WhatsApp, let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah. So this is it. A choke. This is all the bales we're sending. We're sending 5 bales from here, the UK. 5 bales, suits, you know, all kinds of things we're sending. So bale, a choke. So this is the bale we're sending down. Yeah, we're sending bales from here. This is the clothes. So our clothes is on the way. So I'll show you more things specifically so you can see the shop where you'll be working. So there's been a lot of updates. Okay. So anyway, let me show you guys in real time where you'll be working. Yeah. Zax, good. So Zax is one of our management staffs. So Zax has been working with us now. Zax, how long? Introduce yourself.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Zach. I am part of this great LAJ impression. So I've been with LAJ for 6 months now, since January. So it has actually been a place of learning and a place of upliftment. All we want you to do is to be ready to to dive into any strategy or any scheme the management bring up, because whatever the management will bring is something that is going to foster success and upliftment to the business. So you all are
Okay, good.
welcome.
Who
We
is
expect you are going to put in all your professionalism to see how we can push this business to the greatest place of where it really deserves.
good? So amazing, thanks, Zach. So the clothing business, we have a farming, fish farming business, but that's not the one we are talking about today. The clothing business, I've shown you guys the shoes here, the ones with me in London. The other, I've shown you people the bills. I'll show you where you'll be working if you are successful, and I'll show you where you'll be living if you are successful. I wanted to share it on my screen, but for some reason, it doesn't seem like I can do that. you know. So, but I'll show you guys on my phone just now. Yeah. So let's look at, so in our business, we use CCTV camera a lot. Yeah. So if you are not comfortable with CCTV cameras, I'm not sure you should be working for us, or you should be working. So when you come in, Zax is our manager. So Zax would be like managing you for a while until you get used to, or there's another senior, because he's one of our most experienced people. So he'll tell you our company culture, what we expect. So if you look closely, I wish I could my screen. You see that we have a number of CCTV camera. Where the one that I use to manage the shop is U-Box. Yeah. So if you click on there, let me just go back. So there are 3 CCTV cameras here. The one at the top. Oh, what did I do? Let's go back. So if you look at it, the one at the top, yeah, is the farm. This is our newest 150 capacity farm in Kaduna. That's about 150,000. That's about 1,500 metric tons of fish of any species that we can produce on that farm. But mainly where you'll be working is, oh God. So mainly where you'll be working, this is where you are working. This is the shop in S&S Plaza. Now down here is our fish meal. You are not, except you are involved in the farm, you are not likely going to be involved in any of the two, but this is where you will be working. So let me try and enter. Hopefully network is good. Good. So this is the shop there. Yeah, you may not be able to see it easily, but maybe you, Zach, can you see it?
Yes, I can see.
So we're setting up the shop with everything that you need to do your work. Yeah, so that's the shop. Very in the heart of Bannawa. So easy to do your work. So again, the merchandise are there. So let me also show you guys the other businesses. I'll show you guys that later, but I just want to focus on the clothes. So we have other clothes that we've brought in. Other shoes and everything. But what I want to show you guys quickly is is um is where you'll be living. Yeah. Um, okay, let's see. Um, so this is where you'll be living. So if you get this job, oh, someone is calling me. This young man need to wait. So let me just replay it. So if you get this job, this is where you'll be living. Very spacious. It's going to also serve as our hatchery. Yeah, so we're going to give you free accommodation here. And then this again is in the heart of Kaduna. Yeah. So again, easy so you can focus on your work and focus on your growth. Yeah. So, yeah, I'll take questions now. Questions, clarifications, and then towards the end, I'll talk about our other businesses. Yeah, so this is basically I'll show you some of the videos that we have of the clothes. So these are some of the shoes in stock in Kaduna already. New, these are them there. So ladies, men, children, Okay, and then I'll show more. This is one of the models trying it out. So we work with models to market the shoe. So still more of the shoes. You can see various designers, Adidas, everything, top brands. Top brands. So there's more than enough products for you to be selling to keep yourself busy. Top brands, top brands, top brands, ladies shoe, different stuff. Okay, Zach, just be giving them updates. Let me just see the people calling
Okay.
me.
Basically, we have several divisions of the business, as the CEO has said already. But initially we were into fish production, which we later diversify. Because in every business, diversification is one of the major key things that helps you manage risks. It's part of risk management and also enhancing your you know when you manage your risks, actually you just try to minimize your profit. So at the tail of diving into this business truly, that's where we now expand. In here in Nasarawa State, Lafia, we have three sites which we basically produce fish of different species. We produce the normal catfish, which is mostly refers to as Clarias garipinus. We also produce hybrid catfish. We also produce tilapia, which is commonly known by the majority. And we have a shop here too in Lafia. The main idea of the shop is to sell dried fish at some part of the shop sales, and then also sell clothes and shoes. And we have a grill where we grill fish. So anytime you come to Nasarawa State, you can locate us and get a very tasty and delicious meal for yourself, fully raised by us. So our fish are really tasty because as we earlier showed you on some of the cameras, we have a fish meal. feed mill processing stuff. So we do our feed here. We produce our feed with our own local available raw materials. So, but in the section you'll be working basically is clothing. So these clothing, when we have them in store and then we won't be able to sell, it's not going to be a good idea. So that's why the purpose of this webinar is to and is to let you know what we expect from you before the final stage of the recruitment. So we actually need a person who is an expertise and then a person who is always ready to learn and dive into the strategy of the company just so to move things forward. So as we said, we have tried as much as possible to make your work easy. As we showed you earlier in the video where we have models. So by that already we are already into the market. And then the location of the shop is in Barnawa in Kaduna. So any of you that is very conversant with there, is inside the metropolis of Kaduna where things are happening. And then we intend to also work with a lot of people, content creators that are going to give us that are going to put on awareness to all resident people in Kaduna easily, and so we can get visibility. So your own work is to make sure you add value to some of this strategy the company will bring, and then just so we could see we enhance the profit and the productivity and profitability of the business. So that is why to make you efficient, we intend to create a very favorable environment for you, because all of our staffs in both of the investments have accommodation, which is very comfortable for everyone. So we intend to make you comfortable so that we can get efficiency from you without getting any excuse for why this is happening. And then we just intend that once you are ready to help us dive into the market, it's just going to be an easy thing for both the company and then the employee. Because we have been working here, and believe me, it has been a wonderful experience. Because we work with experienced people, like our CEO is very diverse in so much. So you are going to be exposed not only to selling clothes, you are going to go into self-development. We tend to do as much as we can do to see how we can develop you personally, and then how we can see we better your efficiency, because the company has different strategy that we use. Our staffs at some point we have staff bonuses. We have a very good timing for your work, so you can have time to explore your social life and your religious life. That's why we have a standard timing to when we expect you to be there and then when you will be leaving. So we tend to educate you on this platform to reduce the risks at which we would come and be overemphasizing on some stuffs.
Okay,
Once
someone
you
is
are
asking about website. The website is under construction, so we will soon have the website up and running. But of course, if you have a specific question you want to know about, in fact, I was writing it. Let me even just convert it. I was writing about just our group of companies. So it's good you asked. So let me just convert it to a document so we can have a little chat about it. Fine. So I think I have it here. I'll go back. I'll add it because I was. Mhm. Yep. So I'll just talk about large group of companies, which is not really. Um, yeah. So I don't know how easily you can see this, but I think hopefully it's. So we're a multi-sector business. Um, so like Zach has said, we're into fish farming, and that company in Nigeria. So we have businesses in two parts of the world, in Nigeria and in the UK. So the businesses you see now, I started them when I was a medical student in Zaria, and that's a long time ago. I think maybe 14 years ago. No, 14. I think 16 years ago. I think I was a fourth or fifth, 15, 16 years ago. And the first business I started as a student was I had photocopiers. So I think I got money from something and I thought I would start my own photocopying business. Because if you went to ABU at the time, I think it has changed now, but photocopying business was like, then you don't have a lot of these smartphones, PDF that you can read. So you needed to photocopy something, whether it was notes, whether parts of a textbook, whatever you need. So I had that. Then when I finished medical school, I did a little bit of Greek poultry, in my mother's backyard. I didn't have time, so I didn't think that was a successful one. So that was sometimes in 2011. Then in 2012, I had a bookstore that was successful. And so when I did the bookstore, I realized that whenever you give discount, it boosts sales. So every time I had books that maybe people were not comfortable to buy at the rate, so I would travel to Lagos. I had this Igbo businessman, and I did that. And then I was living in Gwagwalada at the time. So that's the beginning. So I incorporated Large Impression Limited in 2012. I did my career as a doctor, trained in surgery, and did all of that. Moved to the UK about 5 years ago. And when I came to the UK, because I've always been a businessman, because my mother is a businesswoman, so sort of maybe runs in my family, and my father as well. So when I came to the UK, I started an education company named Large Academy. Now, all of these companies are incorporated. So if you go online, you type in the companies, you see the numbers and all of that. So our agriculture business is quite big now. We have 4 farms now. Two of them in Lafia, and we have a fish feed mill. So like Zax has said, Zax is also manning fish feed production. So again, if you are interested, you want to gain experience in fish aquaculture, Zax is the person to meet. You want to learn about how to produce fish feed, which is a very difficult thing to do, by the way. He's done it. He's had a lot of experience. He's running it. So I've allowed him. He's almost in charge now. So that's that for the now in Kaduna we have a new farm which is quite big. Is at least a 1,005 metric tons. So we can do 150,000 kg of fish. Usually the fish you do in Nigeria is catfish. So all of my businesses are incorporated, registered with the CAC. So largely clothing, I started it because I've always had interest in clothes. If you look at the economy in Nigeria, things are getting more and more difficult. So people are struggling to afford quality materials. And being in the UK, I've made the right connections to be able to source grade A clothes. So grade A clothes are really new clothes where the big stores in the UK, you can name them H&M, Marks and Spencer, Gucci stores, Louis Vuitton stores. Some of the other ones like what's their name, Matalan and the rest can't sell. TK Maxx. They now, it goes through a bidding process, and then you have retailers that get them, package them, and they are appropriate for Africa. So it's a good, quality product at a fraction of the price. So with the team we've been able to do that. The products are there in Kaduna in the shop. So it's not something. So and we continue to bring more and more products, clothes and shoes. I wouldn't go too much details into the UK business, but the UK business is the owner of this. It manages this YouTube channel that you are watching this live from. You talked about the vacant roles. One of the vacant roles is the assistant, which you've applied for, the assistant sales. And what we expect that you come in, you can do physical sales, you can do digital sales. And I've set my expectation for what I expect for someone doing digital sales. You should be able to run TikTok shop from the shop, put the TikTok on and, engage with the customers. I don't know if I've answered, just this is all of the things that will go on the website digitally. Any other question as we're rounding up? Guys, any question? So any question? That would depend. Most likely, you'll probably be using hours. Either you'll be using hours or you'll be using both, depending on, for instance, the size of followers you have. Because some people don't have, you need at least 1,000 and above followers on TikTok to be able to go live. So I think I've just answered that. Most likely it'll be hours, or both. We may allow you use both hours and yours, but more likely hours. So the marketing is, you will market physical marketing in the shop. There's no specific, they would have a strategy for that. It would depend on the season. It will depend on the product we market. It will depend on the push and pull forces at the time. So a bit difficult to say, how it would be exactly. But yes, you would need to do some field marketing, most likely to targeted locations like university, like the Kaduna State University, Polytechnic, that kind of stuff. You're not going to be hawking any shoes, in the street, but targeted areas. Yeah. Any other questions? We have 7 minutes to go. So again, like I said, make sure you've gone through the training we sent to you. It's on, even if you can't, it's on the website and it's on our YouTube channel for free. We expect everyone that works with us to be professional. We also expect that certain behavior, your professionalism should be high. We expect that you can manage time. We expect your communication to be impeccable, meaning you should keep working on expressing yourself, checking understanding. We expect that you should be able to listen, draw a conclusion and clarify if you don't understand something. We also expect that you should be able to work in a team. So that those things, those trainings, they are not all, but it's the minimum we expect. We again expect that you need to understand that we are not a business that tolerate bribery and corruption or mismanagement or any of those things. So we expect that you keep good records. We expect that you understand that as all of our company businesses go through company accounts. Now, this may be self-explanatory, but in my experience, some people, maybe from lack of experience or maybe the way they've seen things being done, um, they may approach it differently. Just to be clear, if you do things that harm our business, we are going to use the law. We have 2 lawyers in this company. We are going to report you to the police and we're going to have the full route of the law after you. So, but as long as you do your work, whatever contract we've given you, we'll honor your contract. Now, what I've found from experience, some of the people that have worked for me before do not read their contract. So when if there's a notice in your contract, understand that that's legally binding. If you want to leave earlier than that, that's fine. Just make sure that if Zax is your line manager, discuss with him. His work is not fight. If he's our head of legal, Maku, make us understand so we make plans. You get, do not, when you want to leave, just get up and leave, because I can send my lawyers after you and don't come back and start telling me, oh, this man is wicked, the man is evil, the man is this. However, if you discuss with me or you discuss with Zax, you can discuss with any member of the team. You can have a meeting around it. We wish you only the best for your career, but we don't tolerate unprofessionalism. There's something that you're unhappy about, you can book a meeting, sit down, try and flesh out what it is, what is the reason, try and seek understanding with the person. So those trainings are itemized. Those are the minimum I expect anybody. Don't come to a meeting with me or anybody if you've not checked, you've not done your homework, because I do not tolerate my time being wasted. Do not call me if you've not done the necessary research on your part. If you think there's an opportunity we should be going for, make sure you've researched it. I mean, for the most part, the role is covered for accommodation, yes. For the role in the shop, yes. And I think we have accommodation that probably, Zach, I don't think we've run out of accommodation in any of the shop business, have we?
No, it's not.
Yeah, but you know how accommodation can be as the company grows larger. But I think for now we have enough, because I don't live in the country. Mark, who has his own house, our head of legal. So, but we are growing now. I think we have Lafia, we have 3-4 people. My sister lives in her own house, so there's space. Yeah, so there's space. So very likely the successful candidate will get. We have other roles coming up as well. So keep in touch with Zax. We have other roles. Good. Any other question as we're rounding up? We have 2 minutes to go. Where is Mubarak? Zax, where is Mubarak?
Yeah, inside the house.
Yeah, let him come and say hi to them now. Let him come and share his experience. Rosalind, the accommodation is in Highcost. You know NAFDAC, Narayi Highcost, NAFDAC. Just opposite NAFDAC office in Kaduna, very close to Banawa. So it's in like downtown proper. No, you don't have to stay in staff accommodation. As long as you come to work, you know, time schedule, you close, you can stay wherever you want. You don't need to stay in the staff accommodation. Bulus and Bulus around.
No, Bul is not around. Mubarak is around. So this
Fine,
is Mubarak.
let him speak to them and share his experience. Mubarak, how are you?
Fine, sir. Good evening, sir.
Evening. So this is again another of our senior staff. So I think you and Zax joined the same time, something like that, isn't it? So him and Zax are like really co-managing the place. They don't allow me do much now. So they do most of the management, which I don't know. I think I like it because in the beginning of the business, I was managing the small details. That's not what CEO is supposed to be doing. CEO is supposed to be looking for money for the business. Is that not true, Mubarak? So that the managers like yourself and Zax manage the business. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
And so initially I was doing a manager's job, but they've gained good experience. They manage the fish meal, they manage the farm, they manage. So this is the kind of staffs we are looking for. Why? Because the way better you manage the business, the more we are able to improve our productivity, our profitability, and the more we are able to pay you more, you know. And in future, we can buy health insurance and protect you from all this Nigerian healthcare, this thing. So that in case you go and break your leg, you will not go and you not enter poverty. You get me? So yeah, Mubarak, yeah, tell them about your experience. I like the staffs to speak for themselves, so you
Okay.
hear from them directly.
Hello, my name is Mubarak. I'm assistant fish mill in large aquaculture and pharmacology located in Lafia. I study Bachelor of Agriculture at Federal University Duse. I have many experience that's about farming though. I am producing fish feed and feeding the fish. I'm controlling the disease outbreak in the large aquaculture and pharmacology too. That is in brief my experience about fish. And we have site 1 and 2. This is site 1 where the staff currently reside. We have site 2, site 1 in other part of Lafia. I'm expecting you and wishing you the best to come and join us and learn many things about the fish farming and something that you can rely for your survival in the future. Wish you the best.
Okay, thanks, Mubarak. So of course, it's clothing that they'll be coming to do. So if there's no questions, we'll just round up. Thanks everyone for coming. So we will be contacting you for a formal interview. Now, just so you know, one of the things we probably will be requesting you to do, demonstrate in your interview, either before, we may, if you are in Kaduna, I may just give you a few shoes and ask someone to follow you with a camera to see whether you can sell them. In fact, I think that's what I'll do. So the person that is able to sell past the person that sells the most number of shoes in 45 minutes you've gotten the job, because it's a salesperson job. And then we'll just find out your experience with inventory. So Zax will teach you inventory, how to do it on Google Drive, him and Mubarak. And so what we need is we do electronic record keeping. So I'm very, very big on record keeping, because once you don't keep records, it creates confusion. If a shoe is missing, I will say it's your fault. Maybe it's not your fault, but there's no record. Yeah, so we don't want to blame you for what, and then we also don't want to lose our investment, because we have investors in the UK, and so we need records. We need records for the government when they come to do tax. We need records for the banks. We need records for investors. So, so these are the things that you should have at the back of your mind. So your interview will be practical interview. Yeah, we'll give you a time, give you some of the shoes, go to Kaduna town, someone for 30 minutes, try and market them, and we'll see how many. So the person that gets the most number of people interested in buying shoes is probably the salesperson. So that one is likely the one we'll hire, as long as, of course, they meet the other criteria, like they understand inventory, they have a respectful personality, they come to work on time, they agree. I'm not very fussed about 9 to 5 working. Yeah, so it's not really my thing. I'm more interested in productivity working. So if you want to come to think 7 a.m., you want to come and start 6 a.m., why not? If you think 6 p.m., sometimes the day, because especially if you are more than one, you think you've hit your target 12, why not? I've been home. You can go. So I'm not a big fan. If there's something, for instance, I stay in the hospital up to 10 p.m. when I'm not on call. So I'm not very fussed about. I believe in something called dynamic working, or they call it flexible working, but it has to be productive. So as long as you are productive, you are selling shoes for me. If you find the ways to be selling shoes even without coming to the office, I really don't care. So, but how you can do it, I don't know. But if you find a way to sell all the shoes on TikTok, I really don't care whether you spend 2 minutes in the office. But we put certain rules, and standards for people to follow. All right, guys, thank you very much. Since there are no questions, thanks Zach, thanks Mubarak. I'll end the live stream now. Bye, everyone. And you hear from us shortly.